So, this really encompasses my problem with the Democratic primary at this point, which is that the field is too small. You had Webb and Chafee drop out a couple of days, weeks ago, whenever, as well as Lawrence Lessing, who got out uh, a few days ago. And I just, for the life of me, can't understand why the party wouldn't. I mean, when you think about it, they have more to lose, or just I think a bigger likelihood of losing because they keep talking about the coin flips. We get 8 years of Democrat, 8 years of Republican, 8 years of Democrat. We had Clinton, Bush, and Obama to demonstrate that. But my whole thing is when you have people who will kind of go with that and say, "Oh, I don't like this party. Let me see how the other one works." So, with that much on the line, you would think they would try to have as many people. Well, no, I'm not going to say that because I don't want it to get ridiculous like the Republican field is right now. But that's kind of my biggest problem with it. Why would you have a field of, what, 5 or 6 people before those three dropped out? And the other ones got so many that I almost lost count. But really, my largest issue is with the fact that a lot of established Democrats who could pose a challenge to Clinton just opted out. They just gave up. You had Warren, she chose not to. You had Biden, he chose not to. The governor of Massachusetts, Val Patrick, he chose not to. Cory Booker chose not to. All of these different people who I could see myself saying, "Oh yeah, I like this person maybe more than Clinton," or "Oh yeah, I think I like this person more than Clinton." If they were able to appeal to some part of the party, they could pose a serious challenge to her. And again, it's not about, "Oh, I want Clinton to win, so I want nobody else in the race." No, it's about the fact that if she was able to prove herself, which basically be unlike she was in 2008 when she lost to Obama, it would be so beneficial to a general election campaign because now you have this person who's sort of combated other people within their own party and with the nomination can now essentially get the party into the White House again. And going back to that, that really is my one of my big concerns is that you have a Democrat presently in office, and rather than trying to either go off of the positives of that administration or sort of compare and contrast how you would differ in an effort to ultimately get to the White House, you just kind of say, okay, well, I'm not really gonna fight too much. And that's the part that disturbs me. If it weren't for Sanders, this nomination process would just be a landslide. I mean, I really, that's the part that really bothers me, and I wish Biden had ran so much. And the only thing about that, just I know it would have taken him too long to set up all the fundraisers and the different people involved in campaigning, but he's done it twice, and he's more experienced in government than Clinton is. I feel, even though you can trace both their careers back to the '70s, just in office. But he was senator from Delaware, and she was first lady of Arkansas, so or Arkansas, whatever. I always get the name of that wrong. So that was my problem with him not running because he could realistically, in my opinion, pose a threat to her. I can't see Warren doing it. I can't see her. Because first of all, she doesn't have recognition. Uh, and that's really, I think, a big role. That plays a big role in just how you're perceived and how people look at you. So what's going to end up happening is that you're going to have another year of Clinton, Sanders. I'm not even going to say O'Malley because he's closer to dropping out than I probably think. Matter of fact, I'll be really surprised if he stays till January. But I can't get excited about this process. It's very boring to me, and it's very just it's lame. It's lame, and it's not getting any more interesting. This is why the Republican debates are getting so many views. There's just nothing to watch on the Democrat side. It's just Clinton, Sanders, and whoever else is on presently on stage that knows they can't win. It's lame.